Hello and welcome if you're new to the channel. If you're not, welcome back. This little clip came from courtesy of BBC Look North a couple of weeks ago now, about 3 weeks ago. And it's about Sheffield and it's about beer. And it's got Pete Brown in it. Roll the VT.
Now, Sheffield is building a reputation for beer. The city has more breweries per population than anywhere else in the country, says a new report. It's been dubbed the Real Ale Capital. That's according to findings commissioned by the University of Sheffield. Here's Mark Ansell.
Sheffield, probably the best beer industry in the world. The couple who run St. Mars of the Desert in Attercliffe searched for an out-of-this-world location to set up a brewery and tap room. They landed in Sheffield.
Driving down the entire east coast of the US, nobody had anything like this. This was the only city out of the 75 places that actually had put some investment into talking about its beery credentials. There's a lot of people here that love going out, that love drinking beer, that love having fun.
The report author says the brewing industry is booming here, unlike the rest of the country.
On a typical day in Sheffield, if you were able to get around all the pubs, you'd probably find more than 600 beers on the bar at any given time. So it's an astonishing variety and astonishing complexity.
According to the report, there are 58 different breweries in South Yorkshire. That's more per head of the population than anywhere in the country. They produce around 1,800 different beers every year. The challenge for brewers everywhere is the cost of ingredients and energy bills going stratospheric. But smaller brewers like the Neepsend Brew Co are best placed to adapt.
We don't have maybe the huge overheads and expenses that some of the larger breweries do. So we're able to be more flexible when markets expand and contract.
I invite you to raise a glass to the Steel City, the real ale capital of the world. Probably. Mark Ansell, BBC Look North, Sheffield.
I think I could drink to that as well, Mark. OK, well, it's felt like a hint of spring today, hasn't it?
So, what do we think? What do we think? Sheffield, real ale capital of the UK. So they decided to go and film at St. Mars of the Desert, which has never seen a cask in its life. So all the camera people in Sheffield will now be burning crosses and wearing... Never mind. So a couple of problems with that. Mainly down to the BBC. If you're going to do a thing about real ale, go to a real ale brewery. If you're going to do a thing about, Sheffield being a brewing capital, fine, brilliant, fucking bring it on. Now, this report was one of Professor Vanessa, who, as you all know, me and Professor Vanessa go back all the way to Alt CNI and Magic. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Google that. And the report's author, Pete Brown, who I really respect. Unfortunately, they've missed out a good couple of breweries, including one that you guys on here will know. Yes, they didn't list us. They didn't list us. I don't care, to be honest. We're such a micro brewery, but we are legal. We've got all the paperwork, AWRS and all that sort of shit. But no, they so they go and film down at St. Mars of the Desert, who actually is our neighbour, sort of, just down the road here. And if you look at the thing at the beginning that I always put up, Dan and Martha were instrumental to me setting up The Alchemist. There you go. But it's got Pete Brown in it. Anyway, that's about it. It's tick mark for Sheffield. I found Sheffield welcoming when I came here, as Dan said. It's a nice place. People like going out. People like having a drink. It's more than that. But there's a video to come as to why I called The Alchemist the Alchemist. Until next time, Short video. Look at that, short video. And it's got me in it. It's got me in it. And Pete Brown back there. And Dan. And Leaps End, which is good. Till the next time, you know what I always say. I'll try and look earnest. Whatever you're doing, you do it safely. You take care of yourself and those you care about. Cheers.